start and we can answer questions on the message box. So are we required to build a test and analysis models for this specific challenge? You are not required to build a model, but if you have a test case, it will be much preferable. So if you can include the unit test part, that's possible. So with this, I will hover to Rahmat.
Okay, thank you, Mahi. Okay, so is that a question out? Okay, so let's just start then. You can see my screen, right? Can I get an emoji? You can't? Okay. Good. First, I'm sorry for the delay again. Let's just start with the presentation, not to waste more of your time. You can see it. Okay, great. So we're going to talk about Streamlit, how you can build dashboard with it for your project. So Streamlit is a Python framework that helps you to build dashboard using Python with all the packages that you already guys know you are using on your current work. So it's really easy for you guys to catch up with Streamlit. It's built, like I said, on top of Python, so you can access any of your Python libraries you are familiar with, and it gives you this UI dashboard to present your data with graphical presentation and so on. So it's really easier to display data science or machine learning projects compared to other frameworks like React, Vue, Angular, whatever front-end applications there are. Streamlit is much easier to implement and use. So installation is quite simple as well. Just do pip install Streamlit, and if you have this is just a sample app.py, but you can name it anything. Just to run it, you need just to put prior Streamlit run, and you got yourself your app running. So on reference side, I have put the Streamlit documentation, some YouTubes to guide you, and documentation articles. It's really easy. Just we're going to see some easier deploy demo to see how you can use it from the installation to how you can deploy. So just to show you how to follow the documentation, like there is a sheet with easier commands that you can just copy paste to your Python module, and you can easily run it. So this is, for example, displaying a text. You just need to do after importing the Streamlit like this, import Streamlit at SST. That is after installation. You just put whatever. If you want to write some headline for your demo, you can just use one of these display text syntaxes, markdown. Just these are different way of writing your text, your title, your paragraph using Streamlit. You can easily just copy paste them, and it will work. Again, for displaying data, if you are reading a data from your folder or something, you can use this syntax. For media, if you are planning to use audio, video, they have this simple syntaxes. You can just, and they are descriptive enough as you see their naming, so they are easy to read and know what their purpose is. Again, for displaying charts, bar chart, line chart, every type of chart you're ever gonna need also exist on Streamlit. You can access them and deploy your data. So as well, if you also put your data to MySQL, any some databases, you can also, they have also the options to call that table, that SQL table. This one, for example, this is for the SQL. So you can just write ST connection SQL, And if it's a Snowflake, do that. If not, you can stick with SQL and connect your database. After that, you can grab the data that you want from the table with the table name. So this is sheet is much easier to follow. Everything is gathered in one file, so you can follow this one to uh, use it for the purpose that you are planning to build. Okay, Mulat,
Hello,
hello.
can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. Just I wanna ask that shall we are we gonna install the Streamlight error tool to our my on my CMD or to our virtual environment?
you can install it to your virtual environment or that one as well. But you need to have pip, which is if you install Python, you have that package, so it's fine. For example, in here demo, I created the environment, Python environment, and I installed the pip install Streamlit like this. I already installed it, but you guys can just click this because I already installed it. But after creating your environment, you can just do pip install Streamlit. So you can use the environment. That's best practice anyway. So
And uh, we are gonna install uh, for every virtual environment because we are gonna create uh, a single virtual environment for the weeks for a single week.
yeah. So
So that
this
okay.
okay. So these are Python environment that you create for a folder. So for example, here I created the Streamlit folder. So whatever I'm creating inside the Streamlit folder, they can access my Python environment as long as
Oh, oh,
I
oh.
identify. So let's say, for example, let me just show you. Why don't we create another folder here?
Okay.
Let's say test, for example. Let's go to the test folder. So if I want to create first, let me deactivate the first. It's fine. This Python environment is for the Streamlit folder, but now we are planning to
Mm.
create for this one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's go to my first command here. By the way, this Python environment creation can be different for Windows, so you need to just go to the
Of
internet.
course. Of course.
That's fine. Now I can click this one. You see,
Okay.
under the test folder, it created the inf Python environment.
Yes.
Then if I want to be inside this inf environment, if I like, for example, to install Python or I mean Streamlit or whatever, you can use this command source dot inf slash bin. This is just and activate, just to activate the environment within the test folder.
Okay. Just as clear. Thank
Um, and it's created is because I have two, that is a bit confusing, but if I you can deactivate it as well.
you. Okay.
See, when I do it deactivated, it's there
Yes.
are environment variable and you get your terminal name. So let's go back to to the Streamlit folder. Activate my environment here. Then after you did this, just write Streamlit. Um, so I forget install here. It's installed, right? Yeah. Do that, then Streamlit is installed on your machine on the environment. So then I created the app.py file. You can name it anything. This is the app.py file. So if you see, go to the sheet to run the Streamlit, you need to run Streamlit run your file name. So let's run it. We'll go through the code, but let's just for now run it and see run app.py. That is my file name. You can just ignore that one. So it's running here. Okay, there is one question, right, from someone while this is running. Node.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, you can. I think Node is.
He been mute till now.
Mm.
Mike, I have two questions. The first one, what is the difference between Streamlit and other Python visualization libraries like Matlib and Seaborn? This is the first question. And the second one, can we use this Streamlit for industry production scale of projects?
So the first question is, what is the difference between Streamlit and?
Matlib library or Seaborn library. Those two library also used for visualization and graph kind of.
What is the language that's used on that one?
It's Python. There are Matlib and Seaborn are Python libraries. They are used for graphing and displaying things. Initially, when you say Streamlit is built on top of Python, so it's I assume it has additional library underhood, right?
So it's just there are a lot of frameworks to do visualization. The difference, there is no, I mean, the difference is your preference. So as for, if you ask me the difference between Streamlit and React, I might say they use, React use JavaScript or TypeScript, and this one use Python. But that's not the main difference that you need to look for. It's just your preference. Which skill do you have to use those frameworks to build your visualization? So we recommend, not much recommend, but Streamlit, especially for newcomers, it's easier to adapt. If that's Seaborn, I don't know it, but if it is, if you use Python and if it's there for you to do visualization, it's fine, you can do with it. So the purpose is to build the visualization. So whichever frameworks you are comfortable with, you can do that. This is just another framework that you get the chance to learn, to know.
What about the second question?
Repeat it, yeah.
Can we use Streamlit for production ready models and other things?
Yes, you can use it. It's widely used with the data science engineers to build their application through Streamlit. And it's also easier to deploy, even compared to others. You see, if you click deploy and deploy now, it will direct you. Okay, I didn't connect my GitHub, but you can easily deploy with Streamlit. And you have a working link that can be that you can provide for anyone to see your demo application anywhere.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Teddy.
Okay. Thank you for giving me the chance. So my question is, are we going to work on the previous repo for project 2? I mean, for submission. Or should we create a separate repo for Streamlit?
No, you can. If you see here, let's say your repo is here, right? You clone it.
Yeah.
So to access your Streamlit, you just need to create within that repo a folder for the Streamlit. Create a module file. If you want to even call other modules from your app repo, you can do that because it's Python. I mean, there are Python codes, right? In the repo as well. So you don't need to think it as a separate thing. Just within your repo folder, just create one folder for the Streamlit dashboard and just create your modules and everything within that. And within your repo, even if you have a Python environment, you don't have to create a separate one for this folder. You can use the Python environment that you created for the whole repo. The Streamlit will access it.
Yeah, I mean, for the assignment. My question is for submission of the assignment, should we keep on working on the same repo or should we separate with?
Yeah, you can work on the same repo. What I'm saying is you can create you use the same repo, don't create a different repo for the Streamlit. Just implement your repo, Streamlit, create within that repo a folder for your Streamlit codes only, just to make it more modularized. Is that clear? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's delete this one and grab something from the Streamlit sheets. The sheets. So let's start from this, for example. Let's write some hairline for our demo. So to import it, you need to do is import Streamlit as SCT. Time. Really, let's run it again. There, it gave me the heading like this. We can create another thing as well, something useful. I don't have my data on my machine right now, but if you have one, you can use to display it here. So to just change it to data frame and see here, right? To display the first 10 list like this. Maybe we can test this one. So this is the JSON part. So let's see now what happens. Let's rerun it. So you hit put it in JSON format. Since I called the ICT JSON, this is JSON syntax. So it's really easy to do things. What else is there? Okay, to test this, I need to have data, but once you have the data with this, you can call the data from your table, and let's see. Okay, we can create this one, creating a sidebar. This is just to give it more look. It can give it that look. So let's just create this one and see now what happens. You see, it gives you a sidebar. See, audio generates ID. This is because this is fixable because they have the same ID. It will not be visible to select. So let's just correct it here. Okay, let's go back to the sheet. Okay. And you can create columns as well. You can just copy it here. So here we can write something on the column side. Let's pick another syntax. So on the text one, act.txt text. Oh no, I don't know what to write. Let me just copy this error text. Copy. To text. Let's just put half of them. Okay, it's generating the ID automatically. That's why I keep giving this error. Let's just comment this one for now.
I'm sorry. What you can do is for the second one, you can actually change that to a 2. I think that'll fix the error. So if
Yeah.
you go back to your original VS Code, you see the 2 radio elements. So you see how they both have 1 in 1? Exactly. If one of them was a 2, I think that would resolve the ID because essentially, I think that would have resolved it. Try that. So try changing one of them to a 2 and try rerunning that. Let's see. Better?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm glad to hear.
So the column parts, you see, you can, think I didn't catch your name. Thank you for that.
No problem, Nabil.
So for the column side, if you see, it created, sorry, guys. Just one. Okay. So for the column side, we created 2 columns like this. So whatever you want to assign within the column on the drop down, you can just call the column 1, the name that you gave it here, and just do everything that you want. So this is just more UI designs that you can use Streamlit for to plot your design in whatever layout that you want. So this is it. What else is there? What else is there? So you can, again, like I said, you can probably you'll need this one to read your data, and you will need this one as well. The plot charts here, the bar chart and everything to plot your designs. The sidebar, you can call different pages with this, different components with it. You can call also a table with this one. Let's just create table with a mock data. It's already offers to mock data, but you should replace it with your own data when the time comes. So if you go to below this one, I think we should delete one. We don't need this. Okay, if you click always rerun, you don't have to refresh or keep rerun it. It will just rerun it every time there's a change. So tab 2, tab 1, like this. Okay, let's try one more and we can start with the demo. I think you get the purpose of Streamlit. Okay, let's see if this one doesn't need external data. Let's run it. Okay, this is more, I don't think, okay, let's just see it. Let's import AIM. Okay, it gives us a progress bar like this, a loading, a progress. It already has a data. This is not appropriate thing to have for data science projects, but anyway, just to test everything out, to have this error message, warning message, info. So whatever you don't want, you can cut out from this new design. The balloons and everything, they're not necessary, but the point is Streamlit offer you these features for the purpose of displaying your AI more attractively. So you can click, this is, I don't have any exception error, so you can delete it, or either I need to define try catch or something here to display the error. So the balloons are not necessary, the snow is not necessary. You can just click, and if you have error message that you want to display, the thing is you can use the SAT error syntax. For the warning, you can use this one. On the usual Python, you use logging, right? But here with Streamlit, they have this kind of feature. With SAT, you can access these syntaxes to run down your errors. So if you have try catch, on the catch part, you can use the Streamlit UI to display information, success message, errors. Usually you don't display errors, success messages on your UI. It's for more a backend notification. But this is just syntax offers that you can have with Streamlit to track your progress, your work. And this is progress bar. So if you want to show your data with some progress, how many of the data are this and that, you can use your progress. This is just a spinner, a loading. So until, if, for example, if you are loading your data from database, until that data is fetched, it will be idle right on your UI, but you can use this spinner to be shown just to make sure your users are to wait to know what's happening. So the progress pass or just loading, I can show that people to wait. There's something going on that's happening on the back. Just gives them some kind of hope just to wait until that comes in. So you can use a spinner for the scenarios. Okay. So just to see, just to point out what you could possibly use, you can, like you say, I mean, most of them I copy paste them, they are working. So it's not that hard to use Streamlit. As you can see, it's really straightforward and easy to do. So all of them, connection to data source and everything, are not hard to implement. You just need to spend some time with understanding, getting familiar with Streamlit, but you'll catch on and easily implement your UI. So I think you get the purpose of Streamlit. Is that clear, or should I repeat? Okay, great. Now Aud is still raising his hands, but okay. Are there more questions? The people that are clear for them has reacted. Thank you for that. Okay, so we have some questions here. Let me go back. I think this is with Mahlet, sorry. I think where we install question is answered. What the code shown, I think there was a zoom in the terminal. I didn't see that question. Hopefully, Samuel, you have seen it. I should have zoomed it out. Okay. There is. Okay. How many of you want me to represent this particular presentation again with Amharic? I can do that if you want. Thomas has that question. Yes, for Tadala question, does Streamlit offer features that enable API integration? Yes, it does offer. It's similar like Python module. So whatever you can do with Python to connect with REST APIs like Fast API or whatever you can do with Streamlit. It's really compatible with Python based API integrations to do. So could you please show us a sample that has been done before? UCS, currently I don't have that previous project done with Streamlit, but there are on the internet if you are interested in seeing. Then for data science, it would be helpful to see how it looks. I don't think your question is specific to Streamlit though, you just want to see a data science project. I don't have that one, but there are references out there. If you are that, I think, why don't we search on the internet? Maybe I can help with that if you want. So data science. Oh, actually, I can give you, if it is about design wise, to get you inspired for data science projects UI, you can go to this particular site, dribble.com. I think it's .com. So if you get here, these are done by different UI UX designers, front-end developers. They share their designs here to inspire other developers. You can even copy paste their design to yours if you liked it. It's really depend on what you need. This is are free. So if, for example, let's say data science UIs, maybe I can help with showing you this. So when I click data science, and it gives me a lot of data science based applications you can watch. Maybe I think, for example, for me right now, I'm looking for more chart-like data science projects. So maybe let me refresh my question. This is more a data science one, this UI. Okay, let's just see this one and we'll yeah, for example, this is also a data science. Okay, I'm just looking. Okay, maybe this is simpler one. So you can just watch their design style here. And if you see something that you like, you can try to imitate it with your code. So especially for example, if you see on this is this a bit round, right? It's not straight. Probably when you implement it, your background will have this, and if you give it height and width, it will have this straight and not a rounder. So if you want to round it, you need to use CSS. This styling part, layout, creating gaps between this and this UI is done by this CSS. Hopefully you guys know what CSS is. It's a styling sheet that helps you your design to have a different layout structure, any specific things you want to put your design into. CSS is the key to do that. Streamlit does connect with CSS language. Actually, you can refer that as well. You can call CSS, but it's a different. It's its own language. Maybe right now, since the deadline is getting near, maybe you can just follow the style sheet and just show your data for now. But in the future, if you want to more improve your skill with designing UI designs, CSS is an important language to know. It's really useful to give you that power to manipulate your design as much as you want, to be creative with making it much prettier and whatever. So I would give you that as something to think about. But other than that, this site has different options to get inspired by other people's designs that you can implement and imitate on yourself. So you see, when I change my keyword here with dashboard, I get some appropriate data science designs. But then again, it's your just preference how you want to display your data, dependent on you. You know your data, where to put where, how to do it. So like again. So this person, whoever did this decided to show the statics with pie charts, there with bar chart, and how he put his layout is really cute and beautiful. So you can copy paste the design with your code, or you can just get the inspiration from different designs and apply it on your own. So this is one site, rebel.com, and there is also one site, Pinterest. It's the same thing. It's just another site. Again, you just need to sign up here, and you need to sign up. They don't have the free searching, but after you sign up for free account, of course, you have the same searching bar, and just search what you want, and then a bunch of designs will come up to get you inspired with your design skill. But with that being said, if you are new in everything, don't get overwhelmed. You can just stick with the sheet and connect your data and deploy it with what Streamlit offers, without getting worried about learning CSS, another style sheet language. You can just stick with what is written here. Okay, I just want to say that. Hopefully that is some important information for you guys to know. What else is their question? We didn't use AI then. Yes, Shalom, you don't need a notebook here. It's not necessary. Just create a .py file, write your code like I did right now, and Streamlit run in that file's name, and you have yourself a Streamlit application. Okay, go ahead. I think the questions are done here. You can ask.
Now I have understand that Streamlit is used to display whatever we want. So we have a data science models based on our business requirement and business goal. We will finally come up with the model, and on other hand, we have a displaying library Streamlit. So how can we integrate these two things?
So your question is, we have the models and everything, and how can we integrate it with the Streamlit app, right?
Yeah.
To
So
deploy?
finally, what we see on Streamlit is some kind of charts and other things. So those data came from as an input of our model, right?
Yes.
So how can we integrate
Okay,
our
just
model to Streamlit?
yeah, to help everyone understand, let's go through what you're thinking. So now you have your data, you are doing it. What you are planning to see on your UI? What are you planning your audience, whoever is seeing your application, what kind of data you want to display there? Just point one or two things. I have this data, and I think it will be beneficial to show this data in some chart or something. You know, just your imagination, what your UI should look like. Can you mention them? Yeah.
For example, given an assignment for like optimization. So there are different countries in which there are recording. Based on those recordings, for zonal panels, we are going to search an optimum places. This is our assignment.
Yes.
So our model finally give us those informations. So those information should be displayed as a graph, pie chart, or anything else.
Okay.
output of those model that model in this Streamlit ወይም በአማርኛ እንትን ማለት ይችላል። የበለጠ ላብራራ በአማርኛ ላብራራው ወይስ ግልጽ ነው?
You can.
ሀሳቤ ምንድን ነው? ለአሳይመንታችን የተለያዩ ዳታ ሴቶች አሉን፣ ያው የተሰጠን። ከዛ ዳታ ሴት ላይ ይሄ ሙንላይት የሚባለው ካምፓኒ ሶላር ፓናሎችን የተለያየ ሀገር ላይ ለሶላር ፓናል suitable የሆኑ ፕሌሶችን አይደንቲፋይ እንድናደርግ ነው የተሰጠን እና መጨረሻ ላይ የዳታ ሳይንስ ሞዴሉ ላይ የምንመጣበት እነዚህ ቦታዎች ብለን አይደል እንመጣ እንትን ያሰብነው
እም፣
እና ያ ሞዴል ይሄን ይሰጠናል። ስትሪምሊት ደግሞ እዚህ ጋር አለን ኤክስፕሌይንግ ላይብራሪ አይነት ነገር ነው። እሱ ደግሞ ዲስፕሌይ ሊያደርግ ነው እና የዛን አውትፑት እዚህ ስትሪምሊት ላይ እንዴት አድርገን ነው ዲስፕሌይ የምናደርገው? እነዛ ዳታዎችን ከሞዴል የሚመጡትን ዳታዎች እንዴት አድርገን ነው የምንጠቀመው?
how to make the connection and question ነው። ግን አሁን let's say you have the data, somehow you manage to pass it to the Streamlit to display. On the Streamlit, what do you want to use to display that data?
For example, for this purpose የሚያሳየን የሆነ የአፍሪካ ማፕ ላይ ወይም የምስራቅ የምዕራብ አፍሪካ ማፕ ላይ እነዛም ፖይንቶች ነው አይደለ ሊያሳየን የሚችለው አፍተር ግራፉ ላይ እንደዛ ሊሆን ይችላል ብዬ ነው የማስበው።
So line chart, bar chart fit ሆነው አልታዩክም ለዚህ ዲስፕሌይ or other chart types?
የትኛው ቻርት እንደሆነ አይ ዶንት ኖ፣ ግን የኔ አሁን ያልሽው አንደኛ ጥያቄ ያልሽው ጥያቄ ነው የኔ ጥያቄ። ከዚህ ከሞዴሉ የሚመጡትን መጨረሻ የኛ ሪዘልትን እዛ ላይ እንዴት ነው ኢንተግሬት የምናደርገው ነው። ይሄ ነው የኔ ጥያቄ።
አንደኛ ለጠይቅ ሪኮመንድ ማለት ኦፕሽኖችን ልነግርህ የምችለው አንደኛ ከሞዴሉ የሚወጣውን ዳታ you can store it on a database. So you can create a MySQL database and store it there. ስቶር ካረክ በኋላ ስትሪምሊት ከዛ ቴብል እንዲያነብ ማድረግ ይቻላል። አንድ ኦፕሽን። ሌላው ደግሞ you can create CSV or data frame tables, right, with Python. So ከሞዴሉ የሚወጣውን ሪስፖንስ በቴብል ፎርም ሎካል ሆስት ላይ በቴብል በሲኤስቪ ፋይል ፎርም ማስቀመጥም ትችላለህ። ያን ሲኤስቪ ፋይል ጠርተህ ስትሪምሊት ላይ ዲስፕሌይ ማድረግ ትችላለህ። ሌላኛው ኦፕሽን። Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So, sorry?
ስትሪምሊት ላይ ከዳታቤዝም ከሲኤስቪም ሆነ ከዳታ ፍሬሙ የሚያነብበት የራሱ የዳታ ኮኔክሽን ፓርት አለው ማለት ነው።
Yes, let me share again. So if you remember, I have shown for the database connection. This one. This is the code that you use. They have already the SQL set up here. So if you use the SQL table, it will be you just need to copy paste it. Here you need to put the database name, write the SQL, then it will create connection with your localhost SQL, and you can access it with this one for SQL. CSV ላይ ደግሞ ከሆነ ያስቀመጥከው ሲምፕሊ ፓይተን ላይ ለምሳሌ ከኖትቡካችሁ ላይ ሆናችሁ ሎካል ሆስታችሁ ላይ ዳታ ፕሮባብሊ ዳታ የሚል ፎልደር ውስጥ ዳታዎቻችሁ አሉ አይደል? CSV ፋይሎቻችሁ ኖትቡክ ላይ ኦር ፓይተናችሁ ላይ ስጠሩ ፓዙና የምታስቀምጡት ዶት ብላችሁ ዳታ ፎልደር ላይ ይሄን ዶት CSV ፋይል ግራብ አርግ ብላችሁ ነው አይደለ ሲንታክሱን የምታስቀምጡት ኖትቡክ ላይ አንድ ዳታ ለማንበብ። ሲሚላር ዌይ የሃምፓስ ዴፊኒሽን ስትሪምሊት ፒዋይ ፋይላችሁ ላይ አስቀምጣችሁ ያንን ዳታ ማንበብ ትችላለህ። ያን ዳታ ፓስ ታደርገዋለህ። ካገኘኸው በኋላ በፓዙ ሄደክ እዚህ ላይ ማሳለፍ ትችላለህ። there was a data frame የሚለው ኮድ this one. My data frame is a table name, a data name. So here if you put your data, once you fetch it through again you can use import panda on Python, I mean Streamlit file too. You can easily just do import.py. With PD, you can call .read CSV. Whatever the path of that CSV is, you can read it. And if you want to create a data frame of that CSV file, you can use this one. Data frame can also be created by pandas, but since you are using Streamlit, you can use this syntax and read the data. If you see here, it's converting your data on 10 listoች የመጀመሪያውን 10 listoች በቴብል ፎርማት በስትሪምሊት ዲዛይን መሰረት ዲስፕሌይ ያደርግልሃል። So hopefully it's clear right now.
Yes, thank you.
ኢዚየር ኦፕሽኑ ዳታውን ፎልደር ላይ አርግታችሁ this is because ፈርስት ዊክ ፕሮጀክታችሁ ስለሆነ ሞር እንድትጨናነቁ አያስፈልግም። ፎልደር ላይ ያስቀምጠው በፓዙ መሰረት አንበባችሁ ዳታውን ያው የስትሪምሊት ፕሮሰሳችሁ መቀጠል ትችላላችሁ። እንዲሁም ደግሞ ሞር ከዳታቤዝ ከኤስኪዩኤል ዳታቤዝ ጋር ደግሞ ፕሪቪየስ ኤክስፒሪየንስ ያላችሁ ሰዎች ወይም ደግሞ ችግር የለውም እማረዋለሁ የምትሉ ደግሞ ዳታቤዝ ቴብል ክሬት አድርጋችሁ ከሌላችሁም ኢንስቶል አድርጋችሁ ትንሽ ፕሮሰሱ ረዘም ይላል። ዳታቤዝ ላይ ያለው አዲስ ከሆናችሁ ማለት ነው። ኦልሬዲ ማሽናችሁ ላይ ዳታቤዝ ስትራክቸር ከሌለ ፓኬጁ ከሌላችሁ አፕሊኬሽኑ ይሄኛውን እንደ ሲምፕለር ፋስተስት ዌይ መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ። የዳታቤዙን ደግሞ ኤክስፒሪየንስ ማድረግ ፈልጋለሁ የምትሉ ደግሞ ካላችሁ you can use our option and read it on Streamlit. Okay. So are there more questions? Okay. Just can I get a last reaction that you have understood and we can move on? Okay. Firaul. Okay, I think that was a mistake maybe. Okay, thank you guys. I have to say you are our guests really participate good. This is really amazing. Thank you for the help earlier. That Nabil, I'm not sure though. But thank you for that one, and yeah, have a good day and good project working day. Thank you for joining. We'll be meeting each other in another tutorial. Okay, I'm stopping the recording.